Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday, currently 8:10 in the morning, and we've been online since about 7:45 or so. Did a bunch of declining. Now we're basically in the bottom stretch of basically my challenge. We want to do 5,050 by April 30th, or by the end of April 30th. Now that means we have to do $1,536, I believe, in 5 days. If I'm not mistaken, we got to do like $307 every single day to hit it. So it's going to be tough. Now, is it possible? Technically, yes. A little bit unlikely, but again, still possible. Anyway, so I came to Panera, to get my free coffee. And when I was pulling in, literally when I was parking, I got this order, stack offer from Panera, obviously. 20 items, 2.1 miles, showing a $12 payout. Now, when I walked in to get my coffee, they had just gotten the order, so they're like, man, it's going to be like 15 minutes. Even the pickup time technically was like 8:10. So I said, hey, it's no problem. So right now, technically, the food should be ready, but I actually just came back from the inside and they're still working on it, so no problem. I'm expecting it to be a little bit more because one of them has like 15 or 16 items going to an office building. The other one, I think it might not be, but I'm just glad that we got a decent order per se, because before this I saw 225s, 375s, 575s, basically all of them either no tip or low tip offers. So today is going to be a long day, but hey, we put ourselves in the hole, and by we I mean I put myself in this hole by not dashing technically on most of Sunday. Saturday we had my friend's birthday, so there are a couple of days that I missed, but again, that's okay. I think it's going to be close. If anything, I'm just really hoping we get super close to 5,000 and we can do it. But I have a feeling that we're going to be right there. Anyways, I'm going to go back inside and see if the food is ready, and then we'll see you guys back on the road. Alrighty, guys. So we're finally back on the road. It's 8:33. I think I've invested way too much time on this order, so I'm really hoping it pays off. Because even for breakfast, I'm already like 41 minutes into this order. I'm glad that the driver utility app keeps track. But at the same time, it's kind of like, wow, I'm spending a lot of time here. But you know what? The food actually was ready. The only food that wasn't ready, even though I think I just contradicted myself, is they wanted like 9 parfaits. And I guess they just didn't have the time to make them early, so they didn't have enough, and that took forever. But it's all in the past now. We're back on the road, 5 minutes away from the first drop-off. Whew, that's the big one. There's 2, though. There's a small order and the big one. So I'm dropping off. I'm not gonna change the order. I'm already basically late anyway, so I don't know. I mean, I put in there, all the options on the bottom. I'm like, hey, they were still making the order. I couldn't even get a hold of them. The orders are from the Panera corporate, I'm guessing. So when I hit the call button, it doesn't even work. Like the number's not on service. So hopefully we don't have any issues, because I have a feeling that if I do have any issues, I won't be able to get a hold of them. So we'll see how this goes. Anyways, let's go. Alrighty, guys, so we got the first one dropped off. The big one had a $16 payout. Then I'm getting a phone call, and I'm like, you know what? This is probably the other customer. And you know what? It was. She left me a voicemail, because for one, I had no idea what the number was. And it says, hey, according to the DoorDash app, it says my food is here, but it's not here. You can have somebody call me back. And I'm like, why would DoorDash say that I'm there when I'm not there? You know what I'm saying? I'm 2 minutes away. So I'm sure she's gonna be pretty pissed when I get there. Now, do I even call her back if I'm gonna be there in 2 minutes? I'm just gonna call her back just to let her know. You know why I think it did that? Because I had to pass her to get to the other customer, and I just realized that. But yeah, anyways, not a great start, I guess. I mean, technically, I don't know how much this one is gonna pay, but we already got 16 from that one. Even if we get 6 from this one, it's gonna be at least $22 for 41 minutes of waiting. So basically almost a whole hour into this order, which again, honestly, isn't the problem. The problem now is this lady's pissed. I can just hear by her tone of voice that she is pissed. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see you guys when we're back on the road. Alrighty, guys, so we got the second order dropped off. It had a $6.16 payout, I think. I did call her back just to, basically tell her that, hey, I'm on the way. She didn't answer, though, so that was kind of strange. I thought she was going to be there waiting for me right by the food cart, because on her instructions it said, hey, drop it off by the food cart, by whatever office. I'm like, cool, no problem. But she wasn't there, which I thought was kind of weird. So I took the photo, marked it as delivered. I know that even if she answered the phone, there was nothing that I could say that would make her feel better, because she was already upset and pissed. All in the fact is, hey, here's your food, you know? So I'm already assuming she's gonna give me a bad review. I mean, it is what it is, a rating, whatever, you know? But now we're sitting at 22:45, 2 orders in, and we basically have been online for a little more than an hour. So when you put it like that, it's not bad, you know? It just kind of sucks that she had to wait more than she really needed to, because they basically made it a stack offer, you know? Or the way they put the orders together is, she was gonna suffer regardless for whatever reason. They wanted me to deliver that first, and I guess I should have looked at the order better, because if not, then I would have dropped this off first, because it's on the way, you know. So now we're just making our way towards like Iceland Bagels, the Madeline, that part of the town center, more of the breakfast side of things, you know. We do have our Potbelly order. The lady already texted me, the manager from Potbelly, to confirm. So I'm guessing whoever they hired didn't work out, because, you know, they're using me, which is not a problem. And they did tell me they have another order around 11:30 or so. So I think they're gonna give me both at 10:30, which is even better. That way I don't have to come back. I'm gonna have to go back regardless, because I have to give them the check. But yeah. So anyways, it's 8:52 right now, so we still got plenty of time to make more money here for breakfast before we have to head over to Potbelly. So hopefully we get more orders, and then we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, we have our next order here. We just picked it up from Tropical Smoothie Cafe, showing 625. I think it's like less than 3 miles. Luckily, we didn't have to wait, you know, a ton for this order. I think I only waited about maybe like 7 minutes or so, which is nice, because before that, like I said, before getting that Panera one, we did a lot of declining. The food was ready here at Tropical Smoothie, which is why I like going there, because I know they're usually really, really fast. But yeah, see, breakfast in my area, I feel like it's so unpredictable, and I think this is why I don't normally come here, or, you know, get out early. Well, for one, because I need sleep, but usually every time I come out here, it's like not that great, you know. But I would say I would like for me to be at 40 or 50 by 11. I definitely want to be at $100, hopefully by 1, if not sooner. Considering how early I started today, you know, that's basically where we need to be. Again, we need to do $307 every single day this week to hit $1,550. No, I'm sorry, $1,536, which will put us at $5,050 for the entire week. Because Sunday's already the 1st, I'm not counting on Sunday, you know. And I still think, like I said, is it impossible? It's not. Is it unrealistic with the way that the entire month has been? Probably a little bit, but I think it's a challenge, and that's the fun part, you know, because I know that I did this last year. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get it, the world was different, and now there's more dashers and whatnot, but I think overall it's basically the same, you know. But anyways, we're pulling in here. It's going to an office building. Hopefully we don't have any issues dropping it off, because every time I come here, whoever orders food, they just forget, which is really annoying. Wow, there's like no parking. Anyways, let me get this dropped off, and then we'll see you guys back on the road. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off. I think it became $7.75. Now we're sitting at $30.20. Not too bad, not too bad. We're back at the town center just waiting for another order. I'm technically like right next to like a bunch of breakfast places, so we should get something. I'm hoping to at least do 1 or 2 more orders before having to go to Potbelly to do the private school delivery and whatnot. So hopefully we can do at least 1 more. But one thing that I forgot to mention is I'm thinking of doing a video comparing like the Android versus iPhone for the Dasher app, because I do have an iPhone for work, so I could download the app for that and try it out. I already know, or at least this is my feeling, that the iOS app is more stable, like it doesn't crash as often. I feel like most of the issues happen on like the Android apps, you know. But I still think it'll be fun. Plus, it'll be just different. I feel like a lot of companies really like optimize their apps more for iPhones, you know. So I'm interested to see if it affects my dashing at all. But we'll see. I still don't know when I'm gonna do it. Definitely not this week, because I'm really grinding this week to hit the goal, you know. So anyways, we'll see you guys on the next order. Alrighty guys, we just picked up our next order here from Tet's Bulletin. I think it was showing 625, less than 3 miles. The food was ready, which is great. Currently 9:41, so we're only 5 minutes away. And I was just watching another creator's video, and I don't want to, you know, bash him or anything, so I'm not gonna say who it is. but I just saw that he has a partnership with this company that actually reached out to me months ago. Well, not months ago, maybe like a month and a half ago. At first, I didn't even know if they were like legit, you know. I never heard of them. I Googled them. I couldn't find a lot of details. So I'm like, I don't know. It seemed a little fishy for me, right? Plus, it was the first ever, like, I guess, company or brand to approach me and say, hey, would you, like to partner with us? We'll give you like a link. Obviously you'll get some money if you talk about our company and whatnot. I mean, it never got that far. I've never replied to their comments, to their emails. But, every time they would email me, they would, say a little more. Like, hey, this is what it's about. If it's the first one that you've ever done, we can walk you through the process. Now, I think this is the second YouTuber that I've seen partner with the app. And for me, I don't want to like say, I'm trying really hard not to sound like an asshole right now. But I'm not going to push an app that I've never used, Like, I'm not going to say, hey, guys, if you guys are ever in trouble, please use this app. It's great. They can lend you money and whatnot. And I feel like that's the tricky part for me, is because I feel like a lot of dashers are doing this to get out of debt. So, and I feel like obviously loans are needed. I've taken loans. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to say that I'm above that. But I'm saying most people that are doing this are doing it to get out of debt and to make more money. And, I get it. Sometimes we need to take loans out. Things happen. I get that. But I feel like in the long run, it's just more debt, And I feel like since I've never used this service, how could I push it? How could I say, hey, it's great when I've never used it? Now, I'm not bashing anyone that's, promoting them or advertising them, but I'm just saying that I can't do that, If I ever push anything out on my channel, it's something that I've used and that I really believe in, if that makes any sense. So I'm not going to say the name of the company or the YouTubers and whatnot. I'm sure you guys can figure that out. Again, I'm not trying to start anything or, bash anyone. I'm sure I probably missed out on a great financial opportunity with them. Maybe it is a great app. I don't know, But I don't feel comfortable, putting it out there saying, hey, guys, use this, use that, when I've never used it, Plus, it was the first ever brand to really reach out to me, and everything just looked kind of sketch. But, I mean, now I know they're legit just based off the videos that I've seen. I've seen a couple of people push them, so clearly they're real. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. I know it seems random or maybe unnecessary, but it's just the way that I feel. Speaking of things that are coming up, we're getting so close to 2,000 subscribers. I think right now we're sitting around 1,850, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less, give or take, which I think is great. We're slowly getting there. So I'm thinking either the first week of May or maybe the second week of May, we're going to be there, which is awesome. So probably before that happens, I'll probably put up a community post where you guys can just basically ask questions, and then when the time comes, I'll answer them live, obviously, and then I'll take more questions then. But anyways, we're about 1 minute away now from the customer drop-off. Currently 9:45. We'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty, guys, so we got the last order dropped off from Ted's Bulletin. I think it became $6.75, so now we're sitting at $36.95. And I was really hoping to get another order before doing the Potbelly one, but no luck. Everything we were getting was garbage. So yeah, so now it's 10:20. I don't know if you can see it in the back, but there's a bunch of Potbelly bags back there. We're heading to the private school. Now, I try to pause my dash, and it won't give me any more than 10 minutes. So it's my belief, now I could be wrong, but if it's busy, like if it's red in your zone, and you pause your dash, it would only give you 10 minutes. This wasn't always the case. I think it's a new thing. But if you're pausing like at an off time when it's kind of dead, then it'll give you the whole 35 minutes, which I don't think that's fair. So if we get something along the way, even if it's great, we're gonna have to decline it, really. Unless, of course, I know that I can drop this off and then come back and pick it up or whatever. But it's not looking likely, So anyways, this shouldn't take me any more than 10 minutes. Then we do have to come back to give them the check, but also we're picking up the next order, which I think it's also paying like 25 bucks. I forgot to ask her how much the tip was, but she kind of already knows that I'm not gonna do something that's not worth my while, because in the past they were like, oh, you want to take this $4.65 order? I was like, no, I did ask her though. They said they hired this guy and he just stopped showing up. I think it's because they don't really do a great job of saying like what your job entails. You're assuming, because they have a little sign that says like, oh, become a delivery driver, keep your tips, blah, 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 blah. But I feel like they also want you to do more, like actual, cooking and actually prepping stuff. And I feel like when you see the job title delivery driver, you're assuming you're only going to drive, So she said, hey, I said, cool, we text you whenever. And I'm like, yeah, you guys can always text me. Worst case scenario, I say no, but 9 times out of 10, if I'm already out here, might as well, So anyways, let me get this dropped off. We'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off, and actually they must have been feeling extra nice today because they gave me 30 bucks instead of 20. Normally the tip stays the same, doesn't matter how much they order. So there's weeks where they've ordered a lot of food and it's just 20 bucks and it doesn't really bother me because it's going less than 3 miles. For guaranteed 20 bucks, we'll take it. And then on a day like today when they actually ordered less food because there were less bags, they tipped more. So hey, I'm not complaining. I guess it must depend on, how many kids they have in class and whatnot. But yeah, so now it's 10:30 and we're basically sitting at $66.95, so not too bad, not too bad. We're making our way back to Potbelly so we can give them the check. I don't like having this check with me because one time I forgot I had it and then they were texting me like at 3 or 4 p.m. Do you have the check? And I was like, ooh, I actually do. Let me swim by and drop it off because I don't want to be responsible for it. It's a hefty amount, But yeah, so far, but I would say breakfast was okay. I mean, it's already, like I said, 10:30 plus, so breakfast is technically over. It wasn't bad, but it definitely wasn't as busy as I thought it would be, But at least we can say that we basically met our breakfast goal of being at least at 40 bucks, and basically at a lot more than that, almost 70 really. So I'm pretty excited about that. Again, the goal today is about $307, so it's out there, Again, it is technically possible, We're not really reaching for the stars. I'm more like reaching for the moon, And the moon's like right there. So anyways, let me get the check dropped off and then we'll see you guys on the next order. Alrighty guys, since we were almost back at the town center, I got this offer here. Trash offer, first of all, from Einstein Bagels, right? Showing $4.75, I think for like almost 10 miles going out of my zone. So of course we declined that. And then right away we get another order from Einstein Bagels. This one was showing $6.75, I think 3.5 miles. So, not a bad order, but not a great order, just decent cash flow, and the food was ready. So I was really banking on the fact that the food was ready, because if not, I might have unassigned it, because a lot of people go to Einstein Bagels around 10:45 or so, and it's 10:47 right now. So when I walked in, they were kind of busy, but the food was ready. So now we're gonna drop this off. We're only 5 minutes away, and then we're gonna head back to the town center, give them the check, and hopefully pick up the second order. It doesn't have to be there until 11:30, but if they give it to me early, hey, no problem, right? Better to be early than late, So hopefully the food is ready when we get to Potbelly, and we'll see you guys back on the road. Alrighty guys, so we got the order dropped off here from Einstein Bagels. It was just $6.75. Made it back to the Potbelly, give them the check, and I said, hey, is the food ready by any chance? They were like, oh yeah, it doesn't have to be here till 11:30. I think I got there like around 11:05, but the GPS said it was like 12 minutes away, so I'm like, oh, just take it anyways. And they had a $36 tip, which is awesome. 36 bucks right here. They do give me the receipt, so we're gonna get that to the customer, and it does say on here $36, so it's pretty cool. I mean, I don't think they're gonna like, basically steal tips from me. It doesn't make any sense for them to do that. But as I was leaving, we get this order here from Chipotle on DoorDash, showing $6.50, I think, for the payout. I want to say it was less than 2 miles, a couple of items. So I was expecting a couple of bags. I walk in and they give me a huge box. So now I'm thinking this could be a banger, but I guess I'm not sure yet, obviously. We're gonna drop this one off first because the one from Potbelly doesn't have to be there till 11:30. It's currently 11:13 and it's only a 10-minute drive. So we're gonna be like right on time, if I'm not mistaken. Now we're only 2 minutes away from the drop off from Chipotle. So I'm throwing a lot of info at you guys, so hopefully it all made sense. But basically, we made it back, gave them the check, they gave me the food. As I was leaving, we get the order on DoorDash. It makes sense, they're both going in the same direction. So it's not like I'm gonna be rushing to get to the other drop off or whatever. So yeah, so far it looks like a win-win. We're only 2 minutes away. The only issue that I think I might encounter is parking, because the office that this is going to has like no parking. So we'll see what we do, but again, I'm super excited about today. Again, the goal is 307, so we need all the help we can get. Let's go. Alrighty guys, we got both orders dropped off. First, we dropped off the order from Chipotle. That became almost $26. I could not believe it. I was like, wow. huge order, hidden as a 650, less than 2 miles. Anyways, then we dropped off the order here from Potbelly. You guys already knew that was $36. So now, if I'm not mistaken, we're sitting at $135 with 11 cents, and it's only $11.35, which is awesome. Now, we dropped off the order a few minutes ago from Potbelly, and I haven't gotten anything on my DoorDash app, which is kind of weird. So hopefully we get something, because I don't want to see. This is why I feel like they pause you. You know, I'm still basically in my zone, yet somehow at 11:35 in the morning, I'm not getting anything, not even garbage. So hopefully we get something soon, so we can keep this trend going. And at this rate, we should have no problem hitting $307 by 7:30. Let's go. Alrighty guys, as we were driving back to the town center after declining some garbage, we got this order right here from Kava showing 850, I think like 4.8 miles. I jumped on it because I saw 11 items. And I completely forgot about Para. I didn't even think about waiting for the Para prediction or anything. I just jumped on it. When I was driving there, that's when the prediction came in. So it comes in a little bit late. So I don't know if that depends on your connection or what. But it came in, I think, saying $27. I had the star next to it. And I'm like, okay, cool. So they think it's going to be a banger. I think it's going to be a banger. And then when we got there, it asked me to take a photo of my catering bag, which also means it's going to be a banger. Not always, but like at least 95% of the time, right? So we're pulling up right now, and hopefully Paris correct and my gut, because my gut, you know, I always go with my gut. Anyways, let me get this dropped off. Currently 12 o'clock on the dot. Let's go. Alrighty guys, we could do the dropped off. It became 27.07, which is awesome. Now we're doing extremely well. We're currently sitting at $162 with 18 cents. It does include the orders that we did from Potbelly that were cash orders. I would definitely encourage you guys to build relationships with those merchants that you do go to a lot, and maybe build a catering relationship that way. I mean, that's what I did, and it's worked out for me. I mean, obviously they're always looking for someone to be more permanent, which is a role that I cannot fulfill. But for right now, being the side piece, hey, no problem, you know. Again, we're having a great Tuesday. We're getting some bangers. That's not always the case, so of course we're going to take advantage of it. Now, I just accepted our next order here from Pliables, showing, I think it was $6.50 for like 2.5 miles maybe. I'm taking it because, hey, let's be active, let's be busy. And it's currently 12:05, so I have a feeling that it's going to start slowing down. And honestly, it's not a bad order. $6.50, 2 miles, why not? You know, after that we'll be closer to $170. And again, the goal today is $307. We're dashing till 7:30. We got plenty of time. I'm really hoping the 2 to 5 isn't absolutely dead, because that's gonna be like soul crushing, you know. And I don't know what's up with today. It's like gloomy, and like it looks like it's gonna rain, but I don't think it's supposed to rain. I don't know what's up with the weather. It's hot but not hot. Like, I know that I'm kind of sweating but not really. So, you know, we have the AC going for sure. AC is one of the probably the best invention that we have. I'm not even kidding. Air conditioning, you know, it's one of those things that you don't think about until your AC breaks. And then when that happens in your car, man, I think a couple years ago, like I said in one of my earlier videos, well, 2 years ago, well, technically like a year and a half, really, my Civic, the AC didn't work, and I was dying. I mean, dying in there. I was cooking in the middle of July with no AC while dashing. Yeah, I couldn't even really, let's say I wanted to start my channel then, I probably couldn't have done it, because I guarantee you my camera would overheat, because it would have my actual phone would overheat because it was so hot, you know. Anyways, let me get this picked up, and we'll see you guys back on the road. Alrighty guys, so the food was ready here at Pliables. We picked it up. I think it had a smoothie and an acai bowl, I think is what it's called. We dropped it off. It became $6.50, or it stayed at $6.50. I forgot what it was showing us, to be honest. I'm all over the place today, so forgive me. But we dropped it off. Now we drove back, and we got another order here from Pliables showing $7, 3.2 miles. And honestly, it's a good order, because before getting this one, I'm getting a bunch of garbage. $7.75, 14 miles, $11, 11 miles. I'm like, what is going on? And when I was there earlier, they had the best crew working, you know, so it looks like they came back, because I think a couple of weeks ago it was a bunch of like new kids that were just awful, you know. But one thing that I wanted to touch on just briefly, real quick, is the new law here that just went into effect in New York City. You know, now forcing the hand of the apps to show you the full payout and whatnot. Now, my personal belief is, you know, the less the government is involved in regulating the gig economy, I think it's going to be better for us in the long run. But I think eventually, you know, it's going to be heavily regulated, which is going to kind of suck. I think it's gonna take away a whole independent aspect of it. But I mean, yeah, I think it's it's good overall, I'd say. But I think the apps are always gonna do something to get around it or whatever. So I'm interested to see how it plays out, and I think it's already in effect, and I think it's going well. And I've seen some screenshots here and there, which I think is pretty cool. My favorite thing about it, to be honest, is the fact that you can set like a mile, parameter, like how much you want to go, like your distance or whatever. I know I'm butchering the explanation, but hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. So I think that's my favorite part. The whole scene, the whole payout, obviously it's really good. But my favorite part is what I just said, the fact that you can set like a radius of how far you want to go. I would personally keep it around 15 miles, not because I want to take 15-mile orders, but because I would just want to see them. I would want to see what they're offering. Not that I would take them, but I think it'd be cool just to see what kind of orders they're sending out. I'm trying to park here. There's no parking, so there's construction. So we threw the hazards on real quick. Hopefully the food is ready, and we'll pick this conversation up in a second. Alrighty, guys, so we're back in the Dash Mobile. The food was ready. Now we have like a 7-minute drive to the drop-off. And what I was trying to say is that I would set the radius around 15 miles just so that I would still get the offers, and then I can decide for myself if I want to take them or not. I mean, probably not, but I can at least decide that, you know what I'm saying? So I think overall, it's probably a good thing. But like I said, I feel like the more the government tries to get involved, I feel like the worse it's going to be for us in the long run. I mean, I could totally be wrong, but that's just my perception, my opinion. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys think it's great? If you're a New York City Dasher, do you see the difference, or what's going on? You let me know. But if you're not, would you guys like that to come to your area? I would honestly love to have the ability to set how far I want to go. That to me would be a game changer. I think it would make dashing a little more enjoyable, to be honest. But at the same time, you never know. It's all about making money for DoorDash and Uber and all the apps. Have you guys noticed every single time they do a change is rarely in our benefit? The base pay is lower. Now they pause you all the time. Or they can just end your dash and don't really tell you why. All kinds of things the apps can do. But I think overall it is a good thing. But I'm just not a huge fan of the government regulating things that I feel like don't really need a whole lot of regulation. But again, that's just my take. So you guys can come at me or agree with me or whatever. So anyways, let me get this dropped off, and then we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty, guys, we could do it dropped off. It stayed at $7. Now we're sitting at $175 with 68 cents, which is not too bad, not too bad. You know what I was just thinking, and then hear me out on this, see if you guys agree, disagree. I think instead of showing the full payout, I think what they should have done was force DoorDash and Uber and all the apps to have like a $6 or $7 minimum base pay, no matter what. I think for me that would have been more impactful. What do you guys think? Let me know. Anyways, currently $12.45, and we're doing pretty good. We're only like $15 away really from getting $200, and it's only $12.44. Let's go. Alrighty, guys, we're back at the town center driving around. There's absolutely no parking. I don't know what's going on. And it's really slow. I mean, I've declined maybe 15 orders, all of them no tip orders or very, very low tip orders. So again, it's just like a weird lunch, So I can't complain because we're doing extremely well, but I want more. I'm greedy. I want all the orders, No, but in all seriousness, I think there's a lot of the non-tippers that I feel like take advantage of lunchtime, where I feel like DoorDash stacks offers a lot. But I think in my other video I said, garbage is garbage. They can't package it well because you can't make garbage look good. Garbage is garbage, So anyways, currently 12:55, so almost 1 p.m. here. Basically meaning we're gonna go into the slow times. And I'm really hoping that, we can stay as active as possible, because it's this is the time right here that if I'm not active right now, man, it's gonna crush my dash. Even as good as it is right now, 2 to 5 is crucial, So I'm hoping to be around maybe 230 by 5, maybe. I mean, we're only 15 away from 200 right now, so why? So I don't think that's crazy. but hopefully it's possible. We'll see you guys hopefully soon. Alrighty guys, so I was just here declining orders, you know, waiting. Then out of nowhere, DoorDash ends my dash. Just like that. And I had a schedule till basically 7:30 p.m., right? Now it's 1:09, and now the closest schedule is 2 p.m. to 2:30, and then 4 till 7:30. So now I'm hoping that at some point the map goes red so we can go online. And then after that, we're gonna have like an hour and a half gap again. So again, we're gonna have to hope that it's busy. So we're having a great day, and then DoorDash said, not anymore. So kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. I'm bummed out, to be honest, but we have a good start, so hopefully, you know, we can just pick up where we left off eventually. Hopefully not in like 30 minutes. Hopefully it'll go red for a hot second so I can just go online. So yeah, kind of bummed out, so we'll see what happens. We'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, luckily for us, we didn't have to do a whole lot of waiting. The map turned red in about 5 minutes after recording the last clip. Went online, bunch of garbage. So when this one came along, I was like, you know what, double-digit cash flow. I think it showed us 11.25, less than 4 miles. Let me jump on this real quick. The food was ready at both places. And again, I don't know what happened before. Like, I was just declining, and then out of nowhere, it just said, hey, your dash has been ended. It said that I was paused for more than 10 minutes, which was a lie. So I don't know what was up with the app or what. But luckily, like I said, we're back on. This dash is only going until 2:30, so I'm hoping, I'm gonna keep checking the schedule to see if like an earlier time opens up on the other part of my shift, so I can start earlier, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so anyways, we're still sitting at 175 with 68 cents, and it just got really slow. And on top of that, the app issues and DoorDash, you know, kind of erasing my shift and whatnot. It's not the first time that it's happened. It's just unexpected that it happened right now, you know, when we're having such a good day. So yeah, anyways, let me get this dropped off, and then we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, so I have a feeling that today's video is going to be fairly long, so I'm trying to minimize my recordings from 2 to 5. So we got the orders dropped off from Potbelly and Chipotle. It actually ended up being $12.25, so an additional $1. Then we got this order here from Paisano showing $6.25. I think it was going less than 2.5 miles. That became $6.75. Then we have our next order here from Tropical Smoothie Cafe showing $7.75, almost 4 miles. I'm taking this one because, one, I can't extend my dash and it's about to end in 15 minutes. So I'm like, you know what, we got to do something, at least make almost $8 for 4 miles basically. I've been trying to extend my dash, no luck. I've been trying to schedule it from the other side, no luck. If anything, it's going the opposite way. Now the earliest shift is 4:30 and my current shift is 4. So basically 3:45, but from 2:30 to 3:45 there's nothing. So I'm just gonna have to hope that it's, you know, busy enough for the map to go red so I can dash now. Man, everything was going so great until this thing with my schedule got all messed up when DoorDash ended my shift. So that kind of sucks. I believe we are currently sitting at $194 with 68 cents. So basically, after dropping this off, we're gonna be over $200, which is great. It's only $2.15, but again, the problem is I don't have a schedule until 4. So there's that. But again, we're still in good spirits. We're doing great. We're gonna definitely hit 307. I'm pretty confident. Let's go. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off. It stayed at $7.75. It was going to a massage MB, and of course, as I'm pulling up, it starts pouring. I mean, I don't think you can tell, but my shirt is soaked. Now we're sitting at $202.43, currently $227. This shift ends in 3 minutes. I've tried to extend, no luck. I was kind of hoping that the rain would allow me to extend, but nope, no luck. So we're basically about to be shiftless, that's the word, in a few minutes. So I'm gonna hope that I can get back online, but we're at least across the $200 milestone. So now we have $105 more to go. We're dashing until 7:30. It's 2:30. I think we can do it. I'm excited. Even with all these obstacles that DoorDash is throwing my way, we're still gonna do it. We'll see you guys hopefully soon. Alrighty guys, quick little update. It's currently 3:45. Last time we spoke was around 2:27. Well, my dash ended at 2:30. Could not get back on till around 2:45 or so. We did 2 orders since then. One was going to Pollo, Peru, from Pollo, Peru. I have no idea how that restaurant's in business. I'm telling you, their food is awful. But anyways, yeah, I think the order became or stayed at $6.50, whatever it was shown as. That's what it stayed at, if I'm not mistaken. All right, then we made it back to the town center. Did a bunch of waiting. I'm pretty sure I was falling asleep. We just cracked the window since it wasn't raining anymore. Declined a bunch, and then we got this order here from the counter. We just dropped it off. Originally shown as $6.25, but then it became $8.25. So now we're sitting at $217.18. 3:45 in the afternoon. We just got on for our final shift, so we're doing pretty decent. I think earlier I said that I wanted to be at 230 by 5, so we're not that far off. It's 3:45 right now, and we're sitting at 217. But it's just been a weird shift. I mean, the beginning of the shift, lunch, even breakfast was pretty busy, but after my whole issue with my dash ending and whatnot, after that happened, it's been weird, you know. Now I'm taking a screenshot here of my next order. Senor Ramon Taqueria, 3 items, 3.5 miles, $7. Not a bad order, not a great order, a good one, you know. Something to get the bowl started, because technically it's my third shift, my new shift. But yeah, it's just been a weird day. I don't even know how else to describe it. I'm glad that we're still on pace though to hit our goal of $307 today. I'm super excited. That'll be, if we do hit it, it'll be our best day in a long time. So hopefully the video isn't crazy long, but I have a feeling that it is gonna be crazy long. So it is what it is. We'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, we're gonna do it dropped off. It stayed at $7. Now we're sitting at $224 with 18 cents, and it started raining again, which really sucks. Currently 4:05 in the afternoon. We got plenty of time. Hopefully it's busy, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, after doing the last drop off, we stopped by Panera. You know, got our refill, some iced coffee here to wake up and get ready for the night shift. Now, when I was in there, we got this order here from Silver Diner. I think it was showing $7 if I'm not mistaken, which I could be, for like 4 miles. I'm taking it because technically we're still in the slow times between 2 and 5, and it was probably the best order that I've seen in a while. The food was ready. So after this, we'll definitely be past $230, which was my original, you know, prediction by 5 p.m., which in that case, it will become true, you know. But yeah, it's just been a weird 2 to 5. I don't even know how else to describe it. I'm just trying to do my best to stay active, because if I don't, it's gonna be awful. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, so the order from Silver Diner stayed at $7. We made it back to the town center, waited for a little bit. I'm like, man, what's going on? It's so slow. Then we got this order here from Chipotle, $6.50, less than a mile. We just dropped it off. It stayed at $6.50. Now we're sitting at $237 with 68 cents. And then we got this order right here from Mason's Famous Lobster Roll, showing $6.75. I think it was going like 3 miles. I took it because it's still fairly slow, and Mason's is really fast. The food was ready. Then we only have a 7-minute drive, and after this will be around $246, give or take, which is awesome. Currently 5:15. Let's go. Alrighty guys, we're gonna do it dropped off from Mason's Famous Lobster Roll. It became $9.25, and I was like, okay, nice. Then after dropping that off, we got this offer right here from Bollywood Bistro. Now I don't remember ever being here. I might have though, but the offer was showing $12.25, 11 items. I think for like 11 or 12 miles, if I'm not mistaken. The reason why I jumped on it was I saw the para prediction come in, and according to them, it's gonna be $23.25, so that's a banger, you know. And also on top of that, the delivery by time is 6 p.m. It's already 5:30. By the time I get there, it'll be like 5:40-ish. So I have a feeling the food is gonna be ready, so we can just get that knocked out, drop it off. But right now, not including this order, we're currently sitting at $200 and I believe it's like $46, if I'm not mistaken, with some change. So like, overall, we're still doing fairly well. We still got plenty of time. It's currently 5:32. Let's go. Alrighty guys, the food was ready here at Bollywood Bistro. We just picked it up. I don't think I've been there before. It did ask me to take a photo of my catering bag, so we did that. Always a nice sign that it could be a banger. Now we're 7 minutes away, or 3.1 miles from the drop off, and of course it's 5:45 and a crap ton of traffic at the moment, which is kind of annoying, but you know, we're gonna make it work. We're only 6 minutes away, or 3 miles, but somebody has to let me in, so we'll see how long that takes. But I feel so excited about tonight. I think I'm actually gonna stay a little bit later. I talked to one of my coworkers, and we might actually switch shifts, so he's gonna go in early for me, and then I'm gonna try and dash a little bit longer. We'll see. But if not, then I might just go home and take like a mini nap, because I've been out here the entire day, so I'm pretty tired. But like I said, hey, we're gonna do the best we can. Always staying safe though, you know. Listen to your body. If you guys don't feel good, just go to sleep, take the day off, whatever. It's not worth it, you know. Anyways, let me get this dropped off, and then we'll see you guys back on the road. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off, and it became $23.25, just like what Para was showing, which is awesome. So glad that that prediction came in before I, declined it, because I think I normally would have declined that order. So now we're sitting at $270.18, and then I got this offer right here from Bollywood Bistro yet again. So we're heading back, showing $11.75 for 7 miles, but I'm like 3 or 4 miles away from the restaurant, so most of these miles are from me to the restaurant, and it is giving me a prediction of $12.75 with the star on it. I'm taking it because up here everything is far, so honestly it's not bad. And also when I walked into the Bollywood Bistro, they're pretty much dead, so the food should be ready when we walk in there. Again, the goal is 307. We are very close, so I'm pretty excited. I think we might even do more than 307 today. Hopefully the orders keep on coming, and the rain stops, or chooses to move on, because right now it's raining really hard for a few minutes and then it stops. Then it rains really hard for a few minutes and then it stops. So kind of annoying, but hopefully it holds off for now, and then it can start later after 8 or 9, I think, when I'm gonna be probably done dashing. But yeah, so man, today's just been a tale of two shifts in my mind. The breakfast and lunch was great. 2 to 5 was basically crappy, and the fact that we didn't have a schedule and all these things. And now it's dinner time, but it's a different dinner, because I'm typically not really up here a whole lot, but now I'm kind of stuck up here. But at the same time, we just made like 23 bucks, so in like 20 minutes or whatever it was. So anyways, hopefully you guys are enjoying the video. I think it's most definitely gonna be a long one, but I try to share as much as I can with you guys, but then I'm also mindful of the fact that nobody's gonna watch like a 55-minute video or something crazy like that. I think something in the high 40s is already kind of pushing it, so we'll see. Anyways, we'll see you guys at Bollywood Bistro. Alrighty guys, so we got the order picked up, but you know what they said to me? That the order was there when I got my first one, so why didn't DoorDash just give it to me together? I don't know. Makes no sense, because they were like, oh, when you came earlier the food was there also. Again, no idea. But it is what it is. Now we're only 7 minutes away from the drop off. It's currently 6:08, and after this order we should be I think in the 280s, which is pretty good. And man, I feel really tired. I don't know why. Wow. I mean, I do know why, because I've been out here the whole day, but I mean, like, it just hit me like a wave, like out of nowhere, just. So I need to probably stretch, maybe do a couple laps around the car, maybe let the rain hit me in the face. I don't know, something. But we can't stop now. We're too close to succeed. So yeah, let me get this dropped off, and then we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off. Now we're sitting at $282 with 93 cents. I can almost taste 300, guys. It's only 6:20. We can definitely do this. I'm excited. This is exactly the kind of start we needed to the week. Now we just got to follow through tomorrow with another day, hopefully just like this one. Hopefully you guys are doing really well on this random Tuesday, the last Tuesday of April. Let's go. Alrighty guys, so I was actually going to Chick-fil-A because I needed to use the bathroom, and then what do you know? We got an order from Chick-fil-A showing 625. I think it was like 2.7 miles, maybe less. I'm always so bad with the miles. I know I see them and then they just go in one ear, go out the other. But yeah, the food was ready, so now we're back on the road. Currently 6:30. We're gonna be there in 4 minutes, so we're doing extremely well, I think. Definitely not my usual type of dinner, because I've spent a lot of time up here in Great Falls, which I normally don't do, but I think it's worked out perfectly. So hopefully after this, the orders just keep on coming, and next thing you know, we're gonna be at 300. Let's go. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off from Chick-fil-A. Became $8.25, I think. Now we're sitting at $291 with 18 cents. We're basically 2 or maybe 3 orders away from hitting the goal, and it's only 6:40. We got plenty of time. Let's go. Alrighty guys, you guys are not gonna believe what just happened to me, okay? So I got this order from Crust Pizza, I think. It's a new pizza place that just opened up, right? So it's showing $16. I think it's going like 12 or 14 miles, going kind of far, right? So I'm taking the screenshot, and then I see the little para thing telling me it's gonna have a $35 or $36 payout with the star next to it. So I'm hitting accept, and it's just loading, and I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? You know? And next thing you know, it says at the bottom, delivery reassigned. And I was like, what? Because I was like, you know, I was hitting accept, you know, but for some reason it took forever to get to my phone. Like, when I got the offer, it was already down to 16 seconds. And I was like, no, what's going on? And yep, delivery reassigned. So we missed out on that order. I don't know what else I could have done. I hit, you know, accept, and it was just spinning. And I guess the timer ran out. I don't know. So what a bummer. That would have been a nice order, you know. And we would have been in a nice part of town as well. You know, that area up there is another town center. And we went from taking that potential $35 order to getting this one from Chipotle, $6.50. I think it's like 2.2 miles. The food was ready. I was already there. Why not? So we're back on the road with this order. Right now, I gotta just, you know, move on. You can't really dwell on the past. I can't go back in time. I did everything I thought that I could to accept the order. You know, what else could I have done? You know? So it's one of those things where, man, it's like you miss out, but then you just move on. Because there's no point in, you know, getting upset about things we can't control, right? So might as well just keep it moving. So anyways, currently 6:45. Whew, we're about to be, I would say, in the mid 290s after this. I don't think there's anything on top of this order because it's just one burrito and a side of guac. Subtotal of $15. So like I said, I'm not really expecting anything on top of this, but we're gonna be right there at 300. So we're having a great day, guys. Let's keep it going. Alrighty, guys, we got the order from Chipotle. It dropped off. It actually became $7. So now we're sitting at $2.98 with 18 cents. We're right there. One more order away from hitting the goal, I think. It is 7 p.m. right now, so we're kind of running out of time. But not really. I'm actually going to go in a little bit later today. I got my coworker to go in for me, so he's going to go in at 7:30, and I'm going to go in at 8:30. So just an additional hour, nothing crazy or anything. But that 1 hour can make the difference in Dash, you know? So hopefully we get something decent soon, because right now I'm getting a bunch of garbage orders. And then from On the Border, I don't even want to go to On the Border. I hate going to On the Border. That's the place that I only go to if it's like, you know, between 2 and 5 and the miles make sense and the payout makes sense. The stars have to align. You know, 9 times out of 10 I still have to wait anyways. So yeah. Anyways, we'll see you guys on the next order. Alrighty, guys, how fitting is it for me to get an order from the restaurant that I kind of hate? Pollo Peru over here. $6.50. I think it's like 3.3 miles maybe. But it just, the orders kind of stopped coming, and I was like, ooh, it looks like it's about to slow down. So we're gonna take the next best thing, which is this one from Pollo Peru. The food was not ready. We only waited a few minutes, no big deal. And I think, assuming there isn't anything on top, we're gonna be like just shy of the goal, but definitely above 300. Now it's 7:15 right now, so we still got plenty of time to get more money. So I'm hoping that we can get maybe a couple of orders from Fintai. We're gonna be right next to Fintai. So far I have not gotten any offers from Fintai today, which is kind of rare, you know, because typically they're pretty busy for dinner. So hopefully we get some Fintai. We'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty, guys, we got the order from Pollo Peru dropped off. It became $7.25, which is awesome. More than the $6.50 that was shown, obviously. Now we're sitting at $305 with 43 cents. Basically one order away from hitting the goal. And we just picked up our next order here from Chick-fil-A, showing $6.25. I think it's going like 1.2 miles. So after this, we'll definitely be over the goal. And we're gonna keep going until about 8:30. So hopefully we can, you know, even build up a little bit of a cushion. So if tomorrow isn't as busy, you know, we at least have something, you know. But again, wow, what a day. I'm tired, but hey, we're gonna keep going because, you know, the goal is kind of hard to achieve. But that's the whole point of a goal, right? You know, it has to be challenging. It can't just be something that you can just do normally. If not, then what's the point? So anyways, let me get this dropped off, and then we'll see you guys back on the road. Alrighty, guys, we just got the order from Chick-fil-A dropped off, and we're officially over the $307 goal that we had set for ourselves for today. We're sitting at $312.18. Currently 7:43, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, we've been online for about 12 hours. Because I remember getting on around 7:45-ish, and now it's 7:45 p.m. So definitely a long day. But again, you know, we only have I think it's 5 days to get to $1,536 to reach $5,050. So, you know, we're gonna have to grind, have some long days, and obviously we need a little bit of luck, because that's really the last deciding factor is luck. You know, being there at the right time for the right orders. And it doesn't always work out. Like this order that I had from Crust Pizza or whatever, where I was like trying to accept, and I missed out on $36 according to Para, which, you know, sucks. But it is what it is. We'll still hit the goal. We still got plenty of time to do more. So hopefully we get another order. We still got, like I said, plenty of time. 7:44 currently. So let's go. Alrighty, guys, we got the food picked up. We did a little bit of waiting, and honestly, I didn't mind the waiting because it was kind of nice. Like, just some downtime, not in my car, you know? If that makes any sense. But it's been a busy day for sure. But yeah, no, we have the next one. We just picked it up. We're only 4 minutes away. You know what I was just thinking that I'm gonna miss next month is the 10% back with gas from the Dash Direct card, because it's sweet. It was sweet. I mean, I go to Wawa a lot because of my normal job anyways, and I've been filling up gas at the Wawa because you get 15 cents off if you use the app, and you can use the Dash Direct to, you know, tack on even more rewards. So I'm definitely going to miss that, but it's going to go back to 2%, which honestly isn't bad either, you know. And the fact that you get your money right away from, as soon as you finish dashing, the money's there instantly. And if you need it in cash, go to any CVS ATM, or if you go on the app, you can even find like low cost ATM, like $2 or whatever. It's all about the convenience, right? But yeah, so Dash Direct. My only issue with that card is the quality of the actual card. My card looks like it's been through World War III, even though it's maybe like 6 months old, if that, you know. But yeah, so anyways, let me get this dropped off, and we'll see you guys on the next order. Alrighty, guys, so we got the order dropped off from Santini's. Now we're sitting at $318 with 43 cents. And one thing that I wanted to touch on just briefly is I think he's got a bad batch when it comes to my Dasher Direct card, because my coworker, who's also a Dasher, and he got his card around the same time I did, mine looks a lot worse, even though it's the same age as his, you know. So I think I just got unlucky with that. But since they do have like Apple Pay and Google Pay, I just have the card there, and most of the time I just pay with my phone. So it's very rare for me to actually use it as much, like physically, you know. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure that at some point I'm gonna have to get a new one because it's literally falling apart. But anyways, currently 8:05, so we got about 30 minutes left. Can we do some more? Can we get to 350? Who knows? Let's go. Alrighty, guys, so we made it back to the town center, parked, and then just waited and kept declining garbage after garbage after garbage. I was about to call it a night when this order came along from Five Guys. Not the greatest order, but honestly, considering it's like 8:30, I think it came around 8:30. Considering the time that the order came in, I was like, you know what? Double digits, $10, 5 miles. And then Para said it's gonna be a little bit more. They said it's gonna be $13.50, which is even better, you know? So I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and take it. The food wasn't ready, did a little bit of waiting, no big deal. And if I'm not mistaken, after this, we're gonna be around $330, which will be our best day in a very long time. I know my very best day ever was around $442, but that was like 2020, height of the pandemic. You know, I had some crazy orders. Didn't even think about doing YouTube yet, you know? So I would say this is probably my best day in a long time. But we grinded, right? We started super early, 7:45 in the morning. And, you know, we had some adversities along the way, like DoorDash ending my shift. What was that about, right? So yeah, that was kind of annoying. So the 2 to 5 period, like always, it's a little sketchy, a little iffy. But we still came out on top, you know? So anyways, we're 5 minutes away. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be my last order of the night. But if it's not, then we'll see you on the next one. Alrighty, guys, we got the last order dropped off. It became $13.50, just like Para predicted. And you want to hear something funny? When I dropped off the order, they actually ended my dash because apparently I was paused for more than 10 minutes. So you know what I think happened was, when I was declining those stacks, they must have paused me, and because it took me more than 10 minutes to deliver the order, my dash ended. So you know how DoorDash plays those games? I'm not really mad about it because that was my last order of the night. What a day. We finished at $331.93, averaging $25 an hour. We were online for 13 hours and 5 minutes. It was a long day. Drove about 131 miles. We completed 29 deliveries. I cannot remember the last time that I did 29 deliveries. Wow. What a way to start the week. Anyways, I'm going to put up all the numbers. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm sure this video is extremely long. So hopefully you guys watched it. But anyways, we'll see you guys next time. You guys be safe. Love you.